Welcome to Vida Rosa. I'm your host Pinky, and today I'm going to be reviewing Married at First Sight. So if you'd like to see more, then just stay tuned. Don't forget to check out my website, La Vida Rosa Style, where you can find cute accessories like the ones I'm wearing right now. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Y'all, when I say I was so excited to see Pastor Cal, first of all, I was just excited to see Pastor Cal on this episode because I've been waiting on him to come and get matched together. But when they came through and was like, we about to have a recommitment segment and we about to see, do y'all actually want to commit to this relationship halfway through?
However, in the past, we the experts have felt that some husbands and wives have just been going through the motions of marriage for the sake of the camera.
Yes!
That's not going to be accepted.
Yes, we've been waiting on Pastor Cal. Yes! Give him the yeah!
Over halfway through the experiment.
Y'all, I was so hopeful. Like, I was so excited, as y'all can see from that clip. And yes, I'm going to be inserting clips into this video because I was like really, I don't know, I was really animated last night. Go check out my Twitter page. It will be linked down below as well. And look at some of my tweets. I was just very full of emotion. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this because it was a lot to talk about. I feel like this is about to be a long. So first we're going to get Greg and Deanna out of the way because they seem like they have the least issues. And they have been making the most progress. So I really don't feel like I have much to say about them. Greg met with Pastor Cal. Deanna met with the other expert. I cannot remember her name, but I'm so sorry I can't remember her name. She was actually really good this episode. I kind of like her better than the other one that was in her place before, the one that ran off with one of the contestants of Married at First Sight. Y'all know who I'm talking about? That was scandalous. But anyway, Greg is trying to get to know her, and so he's trying to come up with the right questions to get the right answers so he can figure out how to be a good husband to her. She's not being forthcoming with her emotions, and that's something that Greg needs. The other expert asked Deanna what could Greg do to make her say no, and she basically was like, Greg on the right track. She ain't trying to say no to Greg. She realized she struck gold with Greg. I feel like everybody on the show and everybody watching this show knows that Greg is probably the most ideal husband on this show, especially if you were to sign up for this show. Everybody would want a Greg. So Deanna knows that, and so I feel like that is what's like pushing her and motivating her to want to change. One thing I like that Pastor Cal said is that you should not fall in love, you should grow in love. And I feel like that's the reason why Greg and Deanna are on the right track, is because they're not just like falling head over heels for each other, but every day they're growing in love. And I feel like that is the reason why they're making healthy, positive progress as opposed to other couples on this show, because they didn't really just they didn't just smack into the lust route. They, you know, took the long route to the consummation, and I feel like that made a difference, as you can see. After they met with the experts, Greg went on to tell Deanna this like really hurtful story about how his mother found out that his father had an entire family in Africa that she did not know about. And ever since this revelation, obviously they divorced, and she's never even dated anybody since then. And so I'm sure there's like a hurt and maybe even a bitterness that his mother holds in her heart that she can't move past. And that's something that Greg never wants to do to Deanna. He said he wants to protect her heart like he protects his. And I was just like, Greg, you just know what to say. You just know exactly what to say. But no, I feel like Greg means that, and he's done the work. I feel like now is Deanna's time to do the work. I feel like she possibly needs to get herself a therapist and work through these trust issues she has from her last relationship, because that could be the thing that's blocking her. Like, I really do, because Greg said he's already been through therapy, so I don't think it would hurt for her to go through some therapy and work past those issues, because Greg does not deserve, okay? He deserves so much more. Let's move on to Elizabeth and Jamie. Whew, more of the same, y'all. It's just like, honestly don't feel like going through everything with them. I took notes on them, but it's literally the same thing. They're both on this emotional roller coaster. That's the way both of them describe their relationship, basically. One thing that I respect about Jamie is that he did seem like he was truly remorseful when Pastor Cal called him out about that name calling and that disgusting, nasty, ridiculous name that you called your wife for no reason. Pastor Cal did call him out for that, and he did apologize and say he was wrong. He did seem remorseful. Pastor Cal pointed out that their arguments seem to be reactive and not based upon fact. Therefore, they can't be constructive. Elizabeth uses intimacy insults as a weapon, and Jamie uses walking out and threats of divorce as a weapon. Basically, Pastor Cal was like, there should be no weapons because y'all are not at war. In war, there are winners and losers, and what y'all are trying to do is work together to build a life together. Even though that's such a simple concept, that was so profound to me. The thing about Jamie that really gets to me is that he treats Elizabeth like trash on one hand, but then on the other hand, he places her up on a pedestal. Like, I really do think he thinks he cares for her, because he went all out of his way to create this beautiful anniversary dinner, but then he picks a fight with her at the end of it and calls her names. I don't know. I feel like Jamie really does need, like I said, I think he needs intensive therapy. Something is going on with him there. It's like he thrives in that chaos. I mean, he was just saying how he doesn't even feel like he could ever be in a relationship outside of Elizabeth. And I'm just like, but you be so ready to leave her and be so ready to divorce her. So, y'all, I really think the experts are just trying to keep this experiment going when it comes to them, because I would have never recommended them stay together. I would have ended this right now. They should shut this down. Both of them need help. Both of them need help, especially Jamie. Elizabeth is very spoiled and she wants things her way, but they decided that they still want to be committed to each other. Elizabeth decides that she wants to set boundaries. She says, if I go to one room, you do not need to follow me. Give me some space. And he was just like, well, no name calling. I'm just like, Jamie, you gonna be the one to set that boundary of no name calling? Really? Really, Jamie? Really? I couldn't believe him. I was like, really? You have the nerve to say that? I don't know, y'all. This couple is so toxic. I just don't think they should stay together. And if they do, they both need individual therapy as well as couples therapy. And they're going to need it for much longer than 8 weeks. Keith and Iris. Now let me not say they. Iris, she about to wear me out too. Like, I'm not on the level of Elizabeth and Jamie just yet, but she about to wear me out. Because that whole dice game, it was set up to loosen them up, but she was not trying at all. Whenever they was about to start it and when they said what it was about to be, I already knew it was going to be awkward. I already knew she was going to, like, not really want to participate and be real childish about it, to the fact where I couldn't even watch that whole segment. Maybe y'all could tell me what happened down below. I couldn't stand to watch it because it's like Keith is taking this seriously and Iris is, I understand this is very awkward to go through on TV, and I acknowledge that. Like, to be a virgin and to hold on to that for this long and then have to explore intimacy in front of everybody, I know that has to be difficult, but the way Iris is going about it is all wrong. And I can understand how it could be a big turn off to Keith. At this point, I was like, Iris, you might lose Keith. Quit playing. Do you know how many people want Keith? You know how many people be tweeting about how fine Keith is and how they want Keith and how I'll take Iris. Stop playing. When she was talking to the other expert about her virginity, she was like, can we stop saying take your virginity as if Keith is gonna knock you upside your head and, you know, basically rip your virginity away from you? You are in control of your body. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do in this situation. Keith is not gonna take it. And I feel like that's why Keith feels uncomfortable with quote unquote taking it, because she's putting all this pressure on it. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm explaining this right. I think the expert explained exactly what Iris is doing with her virginity. She's hiding behind it. And she's using it as a blockade. Oh, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin. And you've done that for so long. And now you can't hide behind it because you said you were waiting until marriage and now you're married. So, you know, you're still hiding behind it when you should just be free. And the fact that you're hiding it, and the fact that you're hiding behind it scares Keith. I feel like that, and what Keith said later on when he finally told her, you know, I don't know if I want to take your virginity. I don't know if you want me to be the one to take your virginity. I think it finally clicked in Iris's mind that she's going to have to step out of this virginity prison that she's placing herself in. You know what I'm saying? By the end, you could see that she was actually making progress when she took the expert's advice, and, you know, they actually played that body paint game, and she actually, you know, was participating. I was like, oh, now that threw me off. I was like, what? To go from where they started in the beginning of this episode to where they ended off at, I was just like, Iris, you better go, girl. You better go, girl. You better hold on to that man. I feel like she realized she knew she could possibly lose Keith. I was just really scared that Keith was ready to give up, because he kind of looked like they were kind of setting it up to make it seem like that. I just really think Keith really cares about her at this point. And I feel like the fact that he really is taking his time and doesn't want to just take her virginity and, you know, it not work out, I feel like that shows that he cares. And he's willing to take the time, and he has the patience. He knows that Iris is a good woman. I've been saying this for the past few reviews. Iris is a really good woman. This is a huge hurdle, but I feel like they can get over it as long as she makes a decent effort, as well as he has the patience. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they can make it because they both care. They say they're both 100% committed. And I was so excited to hear that, because y'all, I was scared. At the beginning of this episode, really scared me. I thought they weren't going to make it based off of that alone. I thought Keith was going to come in here and be like, look, I don't know if I can do this no more. Now, this segment going to be the longest one, because I got the longest notes about Amber and Matt. And I got one question for Matt. Where is your family? Where is your family?
Where is your scooter? Where is your scooter? Where is it?
In my Nene voice, just like how Nene kept asking Kim, where is your scooter? Matt, where is your family? Okay? Because you are so shady at this point. We need to see where you come from. I need to know exactly your family roots, because do you think I'm crazy? I feel like Matt think we crazy. I mean, I know you getting over on Amber, but you ain't getting over on nobody else watching this show, and you for sure ain't getting over past the cow, but we're gonna get to that. So Matt pulled another Matt and didn't come home, and Amber once again is sitting up there crying. Amber, like, I gave you the first one, I let you cry the first time, but you can't be sitting up here crying over this man that don't care about you. I'm sorry, I wouldn't even been there when he got back. I would have been gone. I would have been done with the experiment. Peace. Actually, I would have been gone the first time he did it. But I definitely would have been gone this time. I wouldn't even been at the house. All my stuff would have been gone. Period. I would have been out of there. Amber, you should not be crying. You should be burning. Like, we should literally be seeing smoke and flames in the background. I mean, y'all live in an apartment complex, so maybe you should go to an abandoned field and do this. Take that one box he brought with him and have it in flames, and you should be sitting there like problem child, okay? That should be you, Amber. Like, you should not be sitting up here sobbing over this man once again. According to Amber, there's a different Matt on the show when the cameras are there, and when the cameras leave, Matt is a totally different person, which I automatically assumed. I really thought that already, but to hear her confirm that, he's an actor. Just like he did that song last week, he was acting. He was probably trying to get his singing career off. I wouldn't be surprised if that song's on iTunes. Amber has to learn how to love herself more, because you deserve better than that, and everybody can see it. Like, I don't know why you want to continue working it out with someone who could care less. Like, he's not one time has he shown genuine effort. Like, he said it plenty of times. But anyway, I will get to that. The word gaslighting has been thrown around a lot this season and last season. But I want to go ahead and read the definition. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which a person seeks to sow seeds of doubt in a targeted individual or in members of a targeted group, making them question their own memory, perception, and sanity. If that's not Matt busting in the house, what's up? After being gone all day and night, not answering your phone calls, leaving your ring at home, and you bust up in the house, what's up? I know I'm not crazy. Okay? And it's like he's trying to make Amber feel like, oh, I'm being a nagging wife, when no, you're actually being a terrible husband. And see, he tried to play that same game with Pastor Cal, and that's why I was like, yes, Pastor Cal, come through. Pastor Cal wasn't having it, okay? Because when he was just basically like, he feels like their relationship is in a good place, Pastor Cal was like, you and Amber? He was like, we talking about you and Amber.
What's going on?
I think we're in a good place overall. I think we did a really good job this first month of kind of building a solid foundation.
We're talking about you and Amber.
Yeah.
Don't BS me, please.
And thank you for validating finally her feelings and all of our feelings, because he was successfully manipulating Amber and gaslighting her. He was basically like, where you be at when these cameras are off? Clearing my mind. Clearing your mind? If clearing your mind consists of being gone all day and night, you don't need to be married. And I think you know that. And Pastor Cal was like, okay, but that's destroying your marriage. And I think Matt in his mind was like, well, that's the idea. Because Matt is one of those people that he don't want to break it off with you because he don't want to look like the bad guy, but he will do everything he can to push you to the point where you will break up with him. It's the most weak, punkish, disgusting excuse for a man thing to do. I mean, I've been in that position plenty of times, but for you to be married to somebody and doing that, trash. Matt is clearly living a double life because we haven't followed him nowhere that he claimed that he went. So how do I know that you're really where you're saying you are? You don't answer the phone. So you could basically have a whole other life with a whole other family. And, you know, Pastor Cal was questioning him on that. And he was appalled at the fact that Dr. Cal even asked him a question about it. And I'm like, if the tables were turned, I know for a fact you would have an issue with that. If it was actually someone you were attracted to or wanted to be with. Because obviously it's not Amber in this situation, but put you with somebody that you really loved and cared about, you would not be okay with them leaving hours, days at a time and not answering your phone. You would not be okay with that. So there go that gaslighting again. And then they asked them, do they want to stay committed to the relationship? Amber said yes. Which, I mean, I do feel like the experts should shut this down. But if she willingly wants to still be in this relationship, even the other expert was like, I don't blame you if you don't want to. She still wants to be with him because she's attracted to him. What's attractive about a man that don't want you? I don't care if he the sexiest man alive. What makes you still want to be with somebody that don't want to even talk to you when the cameras are off? And he said he was willing to put in the work, but I'm not a body language expert. But as he was saying that, he was shaking his head no.
I've definitely grown to have feelings for Amber to the point where, you know, I'm willing to put in the work.
I feel like subconsciously, even his own body was telling on his lies. You talk real good, but them words mean nothing without actions, Playboy. I just knew this time when Matt walked through the door, Amber was finna confront him for real this time. Gloves off. I ain't playing. I don't know why I thought that, but she basically was just like, he walked in like, what's up? What's up? come in this room grinning like didn't nothing ever happen. She asked questions. Why don't you want to spend time with me? He's never direct with his answers. First of all, he never says a straight up yes or no. She asked him, does he want to make it work? Once again, that's a yes or no question, and he was just like, I care about you and I don't hurt your feelings. Yes or no? Do you want to be with me? Yes or no? Do I have to write it down? No, like we in kindergarten. Do you like me? Yes or no? She was like, she wants a text at the beginning and the end of the night and be home by 2:30. So basically he gets to do whatever he wants. I mean, he just got to be home by 2:30, and he ain't even gonna come home. He ain't gonna do that. Mark my words. She says she don't believe him, but she gonna stick around anyway. So what's the point of even going through all this and discussing it with the experts? And this is so stupid to me. Like, now Amber is getting on my nerves because you're sticking around while he disrespects you. She really needs to love herself. Period. I mean, because y'all don't even have no history to be holding on to. You know, some people stick around in terrible relationships because they put years and like time invested into a person. Maybe they have kids together, whatever. You have nothing tying you to this man except for this sham of a marriage, and you still want to stay there. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all let me know down below. What do y'all think? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Y'all, this video gonna be long enough, so let me go ahead and sign off. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.